Stats and Sidelines starts now.
The Rewind Show.
Sports, news, and more. Stats and Sidelines starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stats and Sidelines, the podcast that encompasses everything, all things football, sports related, with some of the greatest, some legends that played the game. We talk about everything football, we talk about things off the field. We can have a good time, all sports related. First of all, I want to send a big shout out to Vee Quiva Casino for hosting this year. We appreciate it. All the fans that came out and stayed out to see us, we appreciate you. We have our own YouTube, Stats and Sidelines YouTube. You can see all my clips on there. We have our website, statsadsidelines.com. We do this every Sunday. And today we are here at Vee Quiva, ready to have a good time and watch some of the end of these games and the night games. First of all, let me introduce the cast. Oh, I want to send a big shout out to Chris. Chris, you and Daphne for making this possible, man. Appreciate that. Big time. Want to send a big shout out to City Bus for making it happen for us as usual behind the scenes. The cast that I have today. First of all, my co-host, Big Chizo in the building.
How y'all doing?
All the way to the right, former Arizona Cardinal, former Miami Dolphin, former Baltimore Raven, Mr. Jerome Buddha Daniels. To the right of me, my immediate right, former Dallas Cowboy, Daryl Clapp. To my immediate left, one of Arizona Cardinals' own legend, Mr. Frank Sanders in the building. To his left, another Arizona Cardinal great. Well, they told me he was a great anyway. I don't know. Also,
It's a good question.
Also, former Cincinnati Bengal as well, Mr. Michael Bankston in the building. And on the end, we have one of your own Arizona State alum, who's currently a free agent, Mr. Dame Dollar. What's going on? Fellas, we here at Vee Quiva. We're going to get right into it. Some of these games come down to the wire, end of the games. New England got to win, so Denver wins, Denver's still in. Denver's up 19-13, they look like they're going to take it. Washington's beating up on Philly. Philly played nobody today, so they ain't really matter. Kansas City, I think it's just hard watching this. Kansas City and the Raiders, it's just hard watching. Frank, tell me something about this. I don't like watching this. I don't understand with this game. It look bad.
The Chiefs are just messing with the Raiders so that they don't get that first down.
Oh, you think that's what it is? The Chiefs are messing with the Raiders. Okay.
So they don't get the first round.
Got you. That's a good take.
That's gamesmanship. I can't really be mad at them for that because they're in the same division. So, but I mean, it is hard to watch those teams, especially when you're watching that the Chiefs don't have Patrick Mahomes, a team that's 6-10 right now. That in itself is disappointing. You would never think the Chiefs would be that coming off the season they had last year, but once you lose your starting quarterback, anything can happen to a football team, and they're just trying to push their way through with the Raiders. I mean, imagine the Raiders playing great today. Like, you waited all year to play great. You're finally playing. You're actually playing complimentary football as a whole, or maybe you just catch an opponent that's down. You look at the Washington Redskins get the same thing because they have not been a great team this year, but the Eagles are not playing their players, and so now you look like you're looking pretty good, and you're destroying a lot of parlays because my parlay is shot.
Hey, how the parlays looking over there? How the parlays look? Not too good. Not too good? Yeah. Anybody parlay look good today?
I done made 4 of them, and I had to tear them all.
No. Nobody parlay look good. Hey, get your bets in. You still got time. They got a big game coming up. Get your bets in. I know the Suns bet too. Bet on the Suns. Bet on everybody. Buddha.
Yes, sir.
Is the Chiefs the most disappointing team this year?
I was thinking about what teams really disappointed me this year, and I would say the Chiefs, and because of what we thought they could have been this year, where we always thought that they sit and see them not even make the playoffs, I would think that in the NFL, the Chiefs is the most disappointing team out there. I don't think there's anyone else that we saw we thought were going to be really good or decent, not even make the playoffs. So I think out of all the
Chizo, the Chiefs the most disappointing team to you this year, man?
Not the big, not the team.
dragging them through. I'm gonna say the Lions for me. Yeah, the Lions for me. I mean, you can see today they went out and beat the Bears. That's probably either a 1 or a 2 seed. So I had high hopes for the Detroit Lions. They brought everybody back outside of both their coordinators, but the players ain't changed, the head coach ain't changed. So the Lions were a big disappointment for me. I thought they had a Super Bowl team.
Okay, DC, who's the most disappointing team to you this year?
I mean, I'm with everybody. I think the Chiefs are the most disappointing because if you compare the team from last year to the team that's playing this year, what was the missing element that may have been that big of a difference as far as players concerned? So I would say the Chiefs are the most disappointing team for this year.
Mr. Mason, who's the most disappointing team this year, man?
I agree with each and every one of them. Chiefs as well. The Lions making the playoffs last year, not making it this year. Commanders also making the playoffs last year, not making it this year. And the Chiefs had a dynasty going, and now they went from shit to shit real quick. But they lost one of their, losing Mahomes, but then they didn't have quarterbacks in there. We trying to figure out who they are. We didn't even know the guy before, what Boucher, whatever his name is. We haven't figured these guys out, what college they played in, how long they've been in the league. So it was a big time struggle. But I would say those 3 teams have been disappointing.
Dave Dollar, who's the most disappointing team?
I think the Chiefs definitely are the most disappointing, but I would also say, just to see how the season started off and how it's ended, I was a little disappointed. I would say in Tampa Bay, I thought Tampa started off real hot. They was having a very good NFL type season. I was disappointed to see how their season went. And now that Atlanta won this game today, Tampa Bay's not even in the playoffs. They definitely should have had a chance. Kind of similar as well with Indianapolis. They started off real hot. Everybody thought this might be their year. They have a good playoff run. And they certainly disappointed me this year.
So nobody said the Cowboys. Nobody said the Cowboys?
On their head right
Thank you. I'm about to be on their head too. Cowboys was trash.
First of all,
they were so disappointed today.
Hold up. No, calm down with your verses because you was over there with the Chiefs. When you belong with that.
Yeah.
Washington was trash this year, and you had a chance to be great. New York Giants was trash this year, and you had a chance to be great. Philadelphia Eagles struggled and did not be the Super Bowl champions struggled to get it going this year, but they still finished football games. But again, you had a chance to be great with Brandon Pickens. Your quarterback was healthy. You had CeeDee Lamb. You had the players you wanted to go get. You even had to go get them in defense. And you had a chance to be dominant. But this year, bro, y'all are trash, bro. Disappointed is to watch the Dallas Cowboys this year and what they were produced. But again, don't try to defend them, bro, because they didn't do well. They didn't do well. Right. They're at home with the Cardinals. They're at home with 17 other teams.
What I'm going to say is this ain't no different from any other year. Ooh.
So they suck every year.
It's been the same process.
So the Cowboys suck every year.
Okay.
No. I need you to say it. The Cowboys suck every year.
I'm not saying that they suck.
You said it was the same every year. So the Cowboys suck
It's
every
been the
year.
same process with the Cowboys every year.
You said that politically correct.
500.
But what we're saying is
They've been a 500 team for the last extra years, and they cannot make it to the postseason. That's the norm for the Cowboys. We got guys down there that have been in 77-year Super Bowl drought. I don't even know if anybody's in here been alive past 77 years. So, when you got these Cardinal greats that can't wait to point the finger at the great Dallas Cowboys, it's okay. We'll take a great
We'll be absolutely disappointed, and we just said the Cowboys. I'm sorry for discussing.
The disappointment is another year with the Cardinals winning 4 games, 3 games, 2 games, 1 game.
The problem is this. Nobody expects the Cardinals to beat anybody and do anything.
Oh, wow.
The Cowboy fans expect them to win the Super Bowl every single year. They've been close in 30 years.
You have true Cowboy fans, and you got these bandwagon Cardinal fans. A lot of these fans that are currently Cardinal fans, I guarantee before the Cardinals got here, they were fans of another team.
Frank told me during the preseason that the Cardinals was going to the playoffs. He hopped off that bandwagon week 3.
Now you know I would never say that. $2,000 up.
Frank said he's never been drunk.
And was never that drunk to say something that crazy.
I just, listen.
He looked me in my eyes and gave me a firm handshake.
Hey, I just asked who's the most disappointing.
It gotta be the Saints.
really must hurt.
It gotta be your squad, the Saints.
It really
It gotta
must
be your
hurt
squad.
Cowboys fans.
No, it don't.
We say it don't.
We traded away our best player. We knew we were gonna be terrible.
All the time.
We traded our best player. We knew what it was.
What?
Yeah, talking about Michael Parsons.
But here's the issue.
Now
that was disappointing too.
That was very disappointing.
It's very disappointing.
That was so disappointing.
And that's what makes the Cowboys a disappointment this year. It's all good. It's okay. You just concurring with what we were talking about.
This is my next question, fellas.
Yeah, let's hear it.
This for the panel. Chizo, I'll start with you, buddy. Okay, I will start with you. Cowboys will go last. Dan Dollar. Are they? You like the Denver Broncos?
I'm sorry about that, man.
Don't be sorry. Y'all gonna get the number one seed.
Y'all gonna go on the team.
That's coming up next.
That's all. Yeah.
That's like a very New Jersey.
You about to get
That's a very New Jersey.
fresh out there.
That's New Jersey.
Manning jersey.
That's Peyton Manning.
That's Peyton Manning 2025.
Super Bowl champ, Peyton Manning. Put some respect on that.
Hey, are the Eagles not getting enough respect, man? The Eagles are defending Super Bowl champs. We know how they look. Are they not getting enough respect right now?
This is what I'll say. They are defending Super Bowl champs, and we've seen other defending Super Bowl champs that look a little rocky during the regular season. The Kansas City Chiefs didn't always look great, but they still made it back a couple times. I think the Eagles disappointed us a little bit with some of their performances, but at the end of the day, they still arguably have one of the best rosters. We always talk about them in a championship contender type conversation, so I don't think they put their best foot forward, but they're still a scary team against anybody that they play.
So at this point, based off what we've seen with the Eagles, do you feel that they'll make it to the next level for a repeat? Just based on what we've been seeing this year.
I'm not picking them to win the Super Bowl this year. But I just know I wouldn't want to see them in a playoff game and feel confident that I'm going to run them over. It ain't that.
In my opinion, I still think it's wide open. I don't think they have one dominant team in the field. I think anybody can win. I think if the Eagles continue to stay hot, they didn't play nobody. None of the starters played today, so I'm not counting them. If they continue to play like they played the last couple of weeks, and they get hot, they start believing. We all know momentum. It's hard to stop, and you start believing what you do. I think that it's one of the scariest teams in the league.
Well, that's the thing. They've been there before. So they have not been tested in the playoffs.
But I will say this
They
about
got
the
the
Eagles.
experience.
I will say this with the Eagles, man. Just like last year was such an anomaly of Saquon Barkley comes to the team. They all balled down from offense to defense. They looked like a dominant force. Having Saquon Barkley and coming onto the team, and then the reality was that this year after winning the Super Bowl, it just seemed like Saquon missed the mat. Wasn't the same guy, right? And then Jalen Hurts was struggling, and the receivers had to lose in their own. It just felt like it came to the whole situation with a new offensive coordinator, not looking good, and the fan base of the Philadelphia Eagles continually not happy. Like it's like they're winning, but they're not.
That fan base is delusional.
The Eagles?
The fan base is delusional.
Oh my God! I know that's not coming from a Cowboys.
I'm just saying.
No way.
No, what I'm saying is, these guys, they're consistently winning. They got a good quarterback. They just won the Super Bowl, and you'll have some Eagle fans talking about we need a quarterback. The Eagle fans are delusional.
They have high expectations.
They have everything they want. And you'll find a random guy at the bar and tell you, yeah, I don't like that Jalen Hurts guy. When he just won.
Don't talk about it. Chris is right.
But I will say,
he's right there.
It's all right.
Chris is right there.
Chris, he knows I'm telling the truth.
When Chris said that, he didn't mean it when he said that. He didn't mean it.
But let me answer the question. Everyone all season been talking about the Eagles ain't got this, the Eagles ain't got that, the Eagles ain't got that. And it pains me to say this. As bad as they play, they're 11 and 6. And the thing is, you're not just gonna go to Philly and beat them. Right. And like I told y'all earlier on our first show, you need 3 things to win the Super Bowl: effective quarterback, a running game, and a defense that affects the quarterback. And the Eagles have all 3 with a championship-minded head coach.
Yes.
So with that being said, I don't want to play the Eagles.
Well, you don't have to worry about it because your team not in the playoffs.
And your team won't either.
Don't worry about it.
The only way the Saints will play the Eagles is on Madden.
Hey, I already
So,
told you my team about to play right now.
I don't want to hear it.
Baltimore about to get that win.
And they don't want the Eagles either.
Hey, I said that's he said the only way to be
Like, this is the first time you ever said my team.
the only way.
And I promise you, if the Ravens go down 14-0, he might pull out a Steelers jersey. This guy right here is so wishy-washy. But I will say this, man. I think.
Is he wearing Lakers? Check to see
Listen.
if he's wearing
Hey.
Is he wearing Lakers?
Hey, Danny's one of those guys that goes.
He got on Chicago Bears socks, right?
Danny's one of those guys that goes to the portal every couple months.
Every month.
That's right.
He's a transfer.
Danny, you in the portal?
Hey, a big shout out real quick, man. The Great Goose will be serving drinks here today, man. Great Goose, a big shout out to them because they're going to be serving drinks in the
Great Goose this year.
sports book. Yeah, definitely. Thanks. What you think, man? Eagles, they get enough respect or no?
I mean, they still finding a way to win. Like Chizo said, 11-6. And they Super Bowl contenders. I know that is funny. Because the only way they're going to play is on Madden. That's cold-blooded Chizo, but that's all true. But they still got the nucleus to win, and they're getting into the playoffs, so they got an opportunity. And they're probably going to, I'm sure they're going to put their best foot forward, and then they're going to lay down. A lot of these teams are barely winning in some cases, but they still find a way. Look at Denver Broncos. A lot of their games won by one-score games, but they found a way to win. At the end of the day, Patriots.
The Bears might be going home.
Bears got Green Bay, baby.
You gotta love it.
Oh my God.
The Bears.
Listen, the brackets just came out in the NFC, and it's going to be interesting.
Yes.
Buddha, your Bears get Green Bay a division round.
I love it.
First game.
I love it.
Hold on, Buddha, you did say you didn't want them to face the Bears. I mean,
You
didn't want to say to face Green Bay.
With Jordan, you didn't want to see it.
Not the first game.
Jordan Love's going to be healthy.
They're gonna have to get through them. All right, they just lost 2 in a row. They're gonna be hungry for this next one. They're hungry.
Jordan Love's going to be healthy.
He'll be healthy. You'll have
You know,
to.
head coach for head coach. I'm going with the Bears.
Wait. Head coach, you going with?
I'm going with the Bears.
He's
Didn't Green Bay get Diggs?
They did with them Diggs in secondary.
They got Diggs for secondary. I don't know.
Chizo, what you think? Carolina, the Rams? Bye-bye, Carolina. Carolina played the Rams first round.
Landslide.
Yeah, poor Carolina.
I would say this: Carolina's defense is nasty.
Yeah, they are good.
When you can't go to the playoffs when your quarterback's averaging 137 yards passing. You're cooked. Matthew Stafford's gonna find a way to get them boys 3 good touchdowns, get them up out of there. That's why I wanted Tampa. I wanted your Saints to win today, so Tampa could go. Cause that'd be a way better shootout. That'd be a good shootout. But you know, no one. I like the Panthers, but they don't stand a chance.
We said this earlier, man. You gotta really appreciate the way that the NFL or the way it came together. The last game of the season. For some teams, it didn't mean much, but for a lot of guys, individual players, it meant a lot so they can get their bonus monies or their guarantee, whatever their incentive money. And so you got a chance to watch guys really go out there and play and still try to give you something to look at, which still had a lot of significance on it. So when we look at this year and we see that the Rams are going to Carolina, imagine something different if they lose and they have to go somewhere where they're going to a cold destination. If the Rams lost today, they'd be 6 instead of 5. Yeah. That in itself would be something. It'd be in Chicago.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting.
Don't sleep on Carolina.
Don't sleep on Carolina. Don't sleep on I'm not sleeping on Carolina. But we see. I know people go right.
Don't sleep on
They're not going to get you that game. Unfortunately, that's how it sounds.
Someone wake me up. Please.
Don't sleep on it, man. Bryce Young don't understand.
Bro, did you see Matthew Stafford this shit today? Did you see it?
Man.
Who? Matthew Stafford.
Hey, get out of here.
Listen, I will say this. Carolina defense will keep it close, but Hey, that offense ain't giving them enough.
Hey, Devontae Adams
This
will
ain't
be
the
back.
90s.
Devontae Adams will be back.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm going to say right now.
Who gonna be back?
Devontae Adams will be back.
That's not gonna make a difference.
Sleep.
That's why we say Matthew.
If I'm the Carolina Panthers, now go ahead and start. Go. You know, you got Priceline, you got Google Flights. Yeah. You got a Trivago, Orbit, Yeah.
Trivago.
Start looking for those flights to Cancun.
Yeah.
Start getting those trips ready, getting ready to go down to Cancun and enjoy your
off
season.
group rates too. They got
They
group
do.
rates.
They do.
They got group rates.
They gonna need it.
They got
group rates. That's perfect.
They're already packed before they play.
They gonna need it, definitely.
Hey,
Great Goose in the
Goose.
building. Thank you, Great Goose. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ray.
Great Goose in the building.
Great
Absolutely.
Goose.
Thank you so much.
Great Goose get you. You lose.
Fellas, we gonna get down to it. The game of the night. Tonight, the Ravens at the Steelers for everything. The winners in the playoffs, the losers goes home. Buddha,
Yes.
talk to me, man. Who you got? Tell me why. Let me say just one thing first. One thing about that. Today's Derrick Henry's birthday.
I know, and you don't
The
even.
last couple of times he had a game on his birthday, he went for 138 and 180.
Yeah.
Last week he just went for 200. They need him. Please tell me what happened tonight.
But it's a different team they're playing. I think they match up really well with the run game, especially getting Watt back. TJ Watt. So they got TJ Watt back. I think they're gonna be a little bit more solid. I am, and I hate to do this. I hate to do this. I'm a Raven, but I think Pittsburgh is gonna take this one. I just think Derrick Henry cannot win the game for them. He cannot by himself win this game. Not when you got a quarterback on the other side.
You saw what he did last week.
So yes, but Pittsburgh got a quarterback.
Is this his last game? Look up. Is this his last game?
This is,
I hope not.
Chelsea.
I hope not.
He's shaking all the fans' hands and stands are good. Is this his last game?
I hope not.
We'll segue real quick. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. AFC bracket just came out.
Chargers.
Whoever wins tonight between the Ravens and the Steelers plays Houston. Buffalo and Jacksonville.
That's going to be a game.
Chargers. Look, here's a warm team goes to the cold climate. Same thing. Well, Buffalo going to Jacksonville. Not bad. That's going to be a good shootout right there.
Yeah, AFC is tough.
Well, in Houston too, they're going to either Baltimore or
Houston, the winner
Pittsburgh.
does get Houston.
Yeah.
Back to what you were saying, Danny. 73 catches, 839 yards, 11 yards per catch, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Travis should. I think he got at least one more year.
You got another year?
Yeah, I think he does. I wouldn't want to go out like that.
Here's a big thing though. Patrick Mahomes is going to be out most of the year next year.
yeah, I would.
Because he tore his
He's
ACL.
gonna play. He's gonna play somewhere else.
He tore his ACL.
He's not going to
Nah, he's not going on.
He's not going to
He's the number one receiver.
He'll never leave Patrick Mahomes.
Why would he stay there and just waste a year? He's gonna go to a contender.
I don't
Well,
he tore his ACL.
Do you know when he go home to at night that said it's okay, you can be done?
No, I'm talking about what he wants as a finishing his career. He wants another Super Bowl. Why?
Listen.
So if we're lucky that and he's a free agent, he's gonna go to a team where he can win.
Yeah, the
I don't
Kansas
think
City
so.
Chiefs.
He's a free agent.
I don't think he's going to
Patrick Mahomes had his surgery. Patrick Mahomes had his surgery the day after he got hurt. It's like the 80s. It's not a year injury now. Guys are coming back from the ACL in 6 months. Patrick got hurt almost 2 months, almost 5 weeks ago. Patrick Mahomes will play week 1. I can promise you.
No, he's not going to play week 1.
No way.
No, he's not playing. He didn't get hurt. He's not playing week 1.
Aaron Rodgers ripped his Achilles and played. He ripped his Achilles week 1 and played in I think week 13, week 14. The ACL injury is not as long as it used to be.
Okay. We can talk about that, but I think this is Kelsey's last game. I think he's done. I don't think it's his last. Only because he wanted to retire last year. Last year he wanted to retire.
We don't want to retire like this.
Not like this.
Listen. Okay.
Now, there's things that a really good organization can do and talk to him about. Again, Travis Kelce is still one of the highest paid tight ends in the game, somewhere between $15 and $20 million.
I mean, you don't just walk away from that money if you have an organization that can walk in and talk to you the right way that says, hey, you don't have to get all the reps. Just make sure you're in shape. They protect you. They make sure they won't take care of your body.
Right.
But his biggest conversation would have been that, in my opinion, was that the receiving core was sketchy.
Yeah.
And so therefore, no running game with Pacheco. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying it's nothing to be threatened by. So you know you got to throw the ball.
Yeah.
But you don't protect him that way. He becomes the one that you double team and take away because you don't have outside protection. So if the conversation is right next year and they have a bona fide number 1 wide receiver, there's a good chance to see that I think he will come back. Now again, you're not wrong for saying that what he had at the house, but if you protect me and make sure I'm able to just be ready for Sundays, then let me tell you something.
How many years? How many years is this for Kelsey? How many years is this? About 14. You're 14?
Something like that.
A lot of them.
I mean, that's still, man. He's going to the HOF. We already know that as one of the best tight ends.
No, this is year 10.
But I mean, that's young. That's young, dog. You just can't get distracted with all that other stuff. The reality is, like I said, they offer you the right thing of protecting your body. Remember, we saw the same thing happen with running back from the Steelers back in the days. What's the big dude running Ron Bennett, and they protected him for like 7 weeks.
They did.
Until he was there, because you don't really need a guy if you don't need him like that. I mean, there's a difference a lot of them for the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
Back to the main question. Chizo, tonight, man, who you got? Ravens, Pittsburgh. Talk to me a little bit. Lamar Jackson's back. He's playing. DK Metcalf is not playing, but TJ Watt is. Who you got tonight?
When they were 1-5, I said the Ravens would come back and win this division. And I'm going to stand on that.
You stand?
I think I'm standing on it. I'm sitting right now, but I'm standing on that. I like the Ravens to win tonight and beat the Texans in the first round of the playoffs.
To beat the Texans?
Y'all might think I'm crazy. I told Clap this earlier. Whoever wins this game in this division, I think they're going to go on a run.
DC?
I'm going to Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Lamar had a lot of issues being healthy this year, and I think based off of what it looks like to me, he hasn't been running like he used to. He's been staying more in the pocket or outside the pocket, but I think he's been, because of his injuries, causing him to be a little bit more timid as far as running a lot more than he's done in the past. So I think because of that, that's going to make a difference. I don't think he was going to be the one that's going to take this team and pass the Steelers by himself. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the defense and Aaron Rodgers or the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mr. Sanders, Pittsburgh Ravens for all the chips, man.
Oh, and you're a Bears fan.
In conference rivalry, cold, man, 25 below right now, 25 degrees right now, man. Sitting in,
If we win, we play next week. If we lose, we go to Cancun.
This is going to be a physical game.
I would like it to be that, man. We said this,
Man.
I struggle with watching
It's
this, man.
far from the cook tonight.
And it seems like the offense coordinator changes the mindset when it comes to that. Last week we saw something that was special in Derrick Henry. And every time we watch that, the next week they come back, they don't do the same thing. And that to me shakes me a little bit. So unfortunately, my short answer is I'm going with Pittsburgh, the long answer is major and lack of intelligence.
Thanks, who you got, man? Thanks, who you got?
I'm going with Pittsburgh as well. I think it is going to be a physical game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and just in general. Yeah, I think those defenses are going to play. And with Derrick Henry, these guys got 17 games. I think you say he got around 14. What is that averaging a game? That's what I always give you. These guys got 17 games. We got a few more games than the guys in the past. And, they get that opportunity.
Right.
Which is good. I mean, it is what it is. But hopefully, the Pittsburgh Steelers come out, TJ Watt do his thing. I know he's been out for 3 weeks, so he's going to be a little tired. I don't think he's going to be the TJ Watt, so the old. But hopefully, he can make a difference.
Dave Donald, who you got?
I got to ride on Baltimore this week. I think
Try for Baltimore.
Regardless of how the season has gone, ups and downs and whatnot, Lamar Jackson is still Lamar Jackson. This is two-time NFL MVP, and Derrick Henry is still there. He has had his fumbles, he has had his turnovers, but guess what? He's over 200 and something yards last game. It's his birthday. He always acts up on his birthday.
Oh, no.
And the Steelers have already accomplished what they need to accomplish this year, which is keep Mike Tomlin over 500. They did their job. Job well done. Now it's time for Baltimore to go win because there's legacy guys and there's money guys. I think Lamar Jackson has been chasing the legacy for a long time. He ain't just going to go and lay down and lose this game and not get in the playoffs. He still needs to win the ring.
Well,
Baltimore.
before I get to my pick, again, big shout out to Great Goose. He's serving drinks all night. We love it. Keep them coming. I'm sure everybody else does too. Keep them coming. The people that pick the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to need more drinks, so make sure you give them some. Because my team, the Ravens, will be winning tonight.
There we go with that my team.
It's gotta stop. Like, you know we've been on this show with you all season, right?
Yeah, come on.
All
Now,
season we
I
heard
don't know
you.
well it's been the same.
Not one time have you said my team.
Hey, be honest. I think I see you wear Saints stuff, but I never seen you wear anything.
You have never seen me wear Saints anything.
But you continue to go to New Orleans.
I'm from there.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I'm from there.
So you're a Philadelphia fan.
Keep the Grey Goose going for the Cowboy fan I see in the corner over there. He definitely needs some Grey Goose. The two Cowboy fans right here, he definitely needs some. The Bears, who y'all play the first round? Playoffs?
Green Bay.
He definitely needs some more shots over there because they done too after next week.
We're gonna get
But
that
the Ravens will take it tonight.
We're gonna get that cheese.
We would offer you a drink, but as a Saints fan, you've been flooded for weeks.
We're gonna get that cheese.
You've been drowning in vodka for weeks.
I'm not a Saints fan. I'm a Ravens fan. Baltimore wins tonight. Lamar Jackson shows why he's an MVP. But I'm with you. They need to ride Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry
Lamar
needs to get at least 25
will throw 2 picks today. Lamar will throw 2 picks today.
He might throw 2 picks, but they
He's
still
gonna
going
throw
to win.
2 picks today.
Derrick Henry run the ball 25 times.
Derrick Henry's going to have a fumble sometime during this game.
That's exactly what's happening.
He's going to have a fumble. The question is, which team wants to go home?
Who wants to go to Cancun?
No, because there's scenarios like that where you look at it like this team. They have not played their best, which we have. I don't think we've seen the Ravens play their best all year at all. No. But I think that we might have seen their best out of Pittsburgh, but since they don't have their stud wide receiver, DK Metcalf, that changes the narrative, and it almost feels like you don't have all your weapons. But maybe TJ Watt can bring something to the table and ignite the fire. And Tomlinson goes in the locker room and says the right things, and he breathes life into these guys about what it means to get to the playoffs and have an opportunity to win it all. And you got to hope that your quarterback, your boy comes to work. Like he doesn't come out like he just wants to throw the ball around and go on vacation on the job. And that's A-Rod.
So you guys played. Let me take you to the locker room real quick and ask you this question. If the Steelers lose this game, in the locker room, is there any conversation about DK Metcalf and what happened when he's not there at all?
I mean, that's a factor.
Because
he's a weapon that they really need.
Yeah, that's a big conversation.
A
huge conversation.
But this is the one thing about him that I've seen over the years. He plays on his emotions.
Yep.
He lets things get involved with football that shouldn't be involved with football. Sometimes you gotta be smart enough to know that whatever reaction you have is going to come back and bite you. And he is an emotional guy. I can't say he's emotional on the field, but his off the field stuff seems like he's built on emotions. Like he lets things happen to him instead of him dictating what's going on. And so this is one of those things, he let an off the field thing. This has nothing to do with the game. You're in it, and he allowed that to take away from where he could help his team. And now he's gone for 2 games. You know what I mean?
The players have probably said this one thing real quick. If we win tonight, DK comes back.
Right.
And now we got another weapon to take us into Houston, and then that helps us, that breathes life into us. TJ comes back, we win, DK comes back, Aaron Rodgers is speaking like, hey, I'm ready to win a championship. Can he win it? I don't know. But if you put those pieces back on the table, it might make them a viable option considering. What do you think, Chief?
I mean, I do think the Pittsburgh Steelers will be going to Texas next year. Just won't be in Houston. I think they're going to go down to Galveston, prepare themselves to, there's a beach down there.
Galveston Beach?
There's a few things. There's a few things, guys, but
Galveston is not a great place.
you know.
Like I know Campbell Beach more than Galveston. This is off the chain. Mike knows. Mike been
I'm all in on the Ravens, so I don't see a future where.
Mike, did y'all do y'all senior trip there? Is that what y'all went?
That was spring break.
Oh, okay.
Either South Padre Island or
Back in '94, Mike was down there backstroking in that dirty water.
You better talk about 89.
Oh no, the water was clean back then.
Was it?
It just got dirty on the last 6
Is
years.
it a conversation over in the locker room with DK not being there because he's our best, he's a Pittsburgh's best receiver. That's all what it is.
Man,
Without him, Pittsburgh has not been able to stretch.
It won't be a conversation. The man would have been grabbed the fan out of stands. He sure could whoop somebody else's ass. So I don't think it'll be a conversation. It'd be something that we talked about amongst themselves or something separate. But I don't think, they're gonna really say anything. And Pittsburgh already said they're gonna give him the money. They're gonna keep it moving. So he's gonna be still part of the team. You don't want to be disgruntled going into the next year.
Dang, I bet DK not there, man. Can they win without DK? Is it a conversation that we're gonna have because of DK?
I don't feel like DK being absent is going to make or break this game. If we look realistically here on Stats and Sidelines, in the Steelers' last 10 games, DK Metcalf has 2 touchdowns. DK Metcalf has gone over 50 yards twice in the last 10 games. Now to say he is a vertical threat, obviously, but let's see, he's had 4 receptions last game, 3 before that, 7, 3, 5, 5, 3, 2, and his numbers have not been anything crazy to say that he's carrying them to a win or a winning team, winning program.
He is a decoy. He's been a decoy the whole season.
He has been a decoy.
Yeah, so because of that, other people's been open because they're working on that one time. He can get you.
I would agree with you on that, but look at the guy in Seattle. There's nobody else in Seattle. And what's his name? Besides Jigma, and he's putting up monstrous numbers. So I'm not gonna say that's a decoy because I mean when you get paid that kind of money, you're gonna get double teamed, you're gonna be double backed, you're gonna do all that. And you still gotta go out there and make stuff happen.
So at this point in the season, coming up to the final game, this is the least amount of yards that DK has had in the season for I don't know how long in his whole career. So saying that he has a viable quarterback in Rod and using him as a decoy, even though he's been a 1,000-yard receiver 3 or 4 times in his career or close to it, I'm just not going to accept the fact that he's a decoy and we just going to say DK Metcalf is going to make or break the Steelers in this playoff.
I agree with you, but it seemed like right when he did that dumb shit that he did and got suspended for 2 games, they had found a groove. They kind of found a little groove, even though his numbers wasn't crazy. The offense had found a groove, whether DK was taking the top off and he was taking 2 defenders with him or whatever. The offense was cleaning a little bit, but last week without him, what it was completely different. There was no separation from anyone. Safeties was a little bit closer to the box because nobody could go over the top. I mean, from a coaching standpoint, Chizo, tell me, from a coaching standpoint, how big a difference is it when DK going out there?
It's been like that all season. I mean, they roll like that with 3 tight ends. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be more effective than losing DK was losing a big tight end Washington breaking his arm last week. That's a bigger threat than DK because he's their lead blocker when they like to run some of that outside zone plays and some of the power. And he's such a safety net in the passing game. I think he's a bigger loss than DK. The real problem with the Steelers are that their offensive coordinator. They're too conservative. They got some guys that just play a certain way.
Do you think they play that way because of A-Rod?
No. They've been playing that way since Ben left the building.
They had the same offensive coordinator since Roethlisberger, right? They got a new coordinator since then, didn't they?
I just think that's how Mike Tomlin likes to play. He wants his defense to.
Tomlin is old school.
Yeah.
He's an old school coach. So his mindset is old school.
Run the ball, play good defense.
It's all going to be in every game. Control.
Ball control. Yeah, well, I mean, it's even what you said, Chizo, to win the Super Bowl, first of all, you got to have a tough defense and running game. The running game earn that clout and defense keep his head, I think he's going to make no mistakes.
I have to add this in. I was looking at some stats over here. The Steelers just played the Ravens 4 weeks ago, December 7th, and they did win that game, 27-22. I will say, to say DK is a decoy for most of the season may be accurate as far as how to use him, but when they played Baltimore, he did have 7 receptions for 150. So he was a big factor in that game. The fact that he won't be here this game, their game plan clearly has to change. And I'm a little nervous for Pittsburgh considering they dominated him last time they played.
Chizo, to what you said, Arthur Smith is the OC at Pittsburgh. This is just his second season. He was a head coach for Atlanta before that. So this is just his second season. I mean, you could be right. I don't know if it was a him thing or an A-Rod thing, you know?
It's a head coaching thing.
Once again, though, again, we want to not a good job. Send a big shout out to Goose in the building. Giving away drinks. I see she's trying to come around right now. To the ladies at the bar, on their girls' weekend, girls' night, whatever they want to call it. Don't get in too much trouble.
They get it in.
Don't get in too much trouble.
They stay in the extra night.
They on that party.
Stay in the extra night. Get it in, girls. Get it in.
Live here at Vee Quiva, man, the casino. Fellas, tonight, over under, go ahead, Frank.
The over-under tonight for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens is 40.5 or 41.5. You think they're going to score over 40 points or under 40.5 points? Drunk.
We know you just bet on it, man. Come on.
I'm not, but I know over under. I'm gonna say for this game, importance of this game is gonna be over 40.
Over 40? Over 40. Chizo, what you think?
Under.
Under 40? DC?
Well, under, it's going to be a defensive game. Going under.
Max? Over under 40.
I say under. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I think it's going to be tough. I say under.
Dan, what you think?
I say under also. I think based on the fact that they just played each other in December, they kind of got each other's numbers now, and DK is out. You know, playing somebody twice is hard to beat a team twice. They put up over 40 last game. I think they will study a little bit and have a little bit better game plan this time to be like a 40.
This is essentially.
Mr. Sanders, over under 40 for the night.
I'm going to say over only because I don't trust, outside of Jalen Ramsey, I think both of the secondaries of these teams are their weakest links. And I really think that both of these quarterbacks can get on the roll. Yeah, you can take away DK, but you still got Aaron Rodgers being able to sling that thing. It's not, he don't have to be special, but more importantly, Lamar Jackson has to be special. And with his weapons and his ability, he shows he can still run, and that opens up the offense a little bit more, and these guys get a chance to go get at it. So I'm taking the over, you guys can take the under. Greg Goose in the house, they need some loving over here because their pizza terrible.
Yes, sir.
They're going to need some drinks. Shots. Everybody.
Big shout out to Chris too, man. Chris in the building again. Hey, look, we got a basketball game. The Suns playing tonight also, man. Anybody Suns fan? Anybody Suns fans? We got about 3 of us in the building. Okay, 3 Suns fans. Suns play the Thunder tonight.
Suns right now 20-14 in the Thunder. The NBA champions, Thunder.
The hottest team.
Still got the best record, too.
They're 38-5 right now. Y'all know they'll win that game. And it's at home tonight.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to be there. It's ready to play. What do you guys think?
It's Thunder.
What you think, Buddha?
Thunder.
Oh, you see Thunder? You got
Thunder
Thunder?
all day long.
Buddha, can the Suns get an upset tonight, man?
I'd like to see it. I mean, you know, before the season started, I bet the Suns would win the whole thing.
How much you lost? How much you bet? How much you bet?
Huh?
How much?
I put my big crispy $5.
Oh,
This whole thing was paying out pretty well. You know, so $5 pays me like 15 grand or something to that effect. I took my $5
That takes you right
right
You know what I mean?
Who you got? Suns or Thunder? Can the Suns beat the Thunder, man?
This man just donating money, just giving it away. We're going to start a charity called Buddha's Charity. Buddha giving away funds. But nah, I think the Thunder run right through that.
My wife just sent me breaking news. What's that? Andy Reid was fired.
What? Huh?
He's missing.
No way. That's got to be an AI.
That's on Facebook.
That's an AI thing.
That's on Facebook.
That's AI. You got to check your sources. Fake news.
I just wanted to
Fake news.
I want to get checked.
That's AI.
You guys are talking about
Facebook.
The awful officiating.
NFL.
Did it just start this year?
This year.
This year.
Across the
So
NFL.
it only started this year, though, right?
This year.
This year. Okay. She said,
This year has probably been the most awful.
awful. Who's your team?
The Chiefs.
Oh.
I'm not even talking about my team. I'm talking
What do you mean,
about
awful or what?
see that I mean, across the board.
So she said we should talk about the awful officiating across the league that just started this year.
I don't want to get fined. I'm not trying to get fined.
But this year has been awful. Like, I don't know if they got some chemicals or not or whatever, but it's been awful
So
this year.
do you think Vegas had a lot to do with it?
You know what? I think so. I think Vegas probably has a lot of
Vegas, what you think, man? What you think about it?
I mean, yeah, there's some crucial calls, but there's been some crucial calls. I mean,
Since football being the
yeah, there's been some crucial calls, but you see it, like even yesterday, it was just some ridiculous calls and no calls. Yesterday when we watched those couple of games, and I get where you're coming from, and it seemed like it's more noticeable, especially since the betting has come along. Now everybody's saying, you know what, there's changing the dynamics of the game is changing. Who people won't be in, who people won't lose, over and unders, betting, all those kind of things, and it does seem that way. But the referees, to their defense, they're human. They're going to make mistakes. They're not going to be perfect. Some of them is just blatant. It seems like they just close their eyes and miss the call on purpose. But it's been going on since I've been playing and even before. They're making mistakes.
I've stopped betting on win, losses, spreads, or whatnot, and I'm betting on player props and stuff because you can't. Those spreads and whatnot, they're out of whack.
Dan, what you think, man, about the Rams this year?
I've been seeing very questionable the longest. I'm a Saints fan. We done been through it up and down in the playoffs.
Stop right there. Did you hear who's a Saints fan?
I
said
am.
he was a Saints fan. Thank you. He's a Saints fan.
And you know, like father, like he took it to his first Saints game.
Who gave you a mouth?
Santa Claus.
Like father, like son.
Now, when I say the officiating has been questionable for a long time, but at the same time, they have one of the toughest jobs in sports. I mean, it's really hard to do everything right. They're going to make mistakes, they're human as well. But as a Saints fan, I have my fair share of opinions where I'm like, hey, man, listen, y'all might be trying to hold this a little bit.
DC, what you think, man, about officiating this year? Has it been that much worse than it is?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. It's horrible. It's flat out horrible because some of the calls that they make, it's so obvious that the calls they're making are not
There's one way to say
correct calls. So it's been going on for a while, but I think it's gotten worse. More so, like Vegas is like ball now.
that's what my boss on the doing. All right. Chico, what do you think, man, about the rest this year, man?
Dan, we got a Raiders fan.
You got a Raiders fan? They got one? They still have a Raiders fan?
That's a brand new jersey.
That's a brand new jersey? Whose jersey?
I got a Brown Christian team at crib. I'm the crib. I'm wearing this. A lot of people are
Tim Brown.
Tim Brown?
But about officiating,
I promise you that jersey.
comfortable, baby.
Well, listen, but you know what? You know what? You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Think you better let it go.
It was years ago. You gotta let it go, man.
He just went on the road.
You gotta let it go.
Nah, you can't let that go. That was
Appreciate this shit, man.
it was a real bad call by the official.
That was a terrible call.
That Brown fan can feel just how you feel. He earned that feeling. He earned that. That was a bad call right there.
Hey, we love you, but let it go.
Yeah.
Appreciate this shit, man. What you think?
I mean, it is what it is. It's the same every year, man. You got guys out there that don't know, you know. I ain't got much comments to say about that.
I play with Keith and
Give us 1 second.
Right there. But you made it though. You opened it up. Witness protection got you.
I mean, he wasn't supposed to have one. Just this year, it's very noticeable this year. But it's noticeable every year, and it's the only position out there, the only job out there that can dictate how a game goes. It's the official. You don't have guys in the locker room getting a script on what's going to happen that day. That don't happen.
Please say it again. Say that again.
You don't get a script before the game saying, hey, today, this is what y'all going to do.
Do you know how many people out there in the everyday world really believe that the games are rigged and you get the script, this is going to happen, this is how it's going to be?
This is not the WWE.
Please, thank you. Chico, check this out, man. Listen to this. I remember several games back in the day that officiating had a lot to do with the outcome. But let me tell you what the difference is, I think, today, in my opinion. It's all the cameras. Everything's so technical. They want to try to get every call and everything right. Well, if you remember, one of the biggest plays, remember Franco Harris? The immaculate reception? Did the ball hit the ground? Nobody knows. Nobody knows because they don't have the right camera angle to see the ball really hit the ground if you really caught it. But because the NFL try to get...
I caught the Franco.
You don't know what he said?
Mr. Harris said I caught that.
He said he caught it.
Did he call it?
He said he caught Mr. Harris.
But Mr. Harris said
Mr. Harris said he caught that.
There's no question.
He said it just happened to be, he don't know how it was, but he said it just happened to be in the right spot. And he pulled the pick and kept it going. I'm just saying what Mr. Harris said.
But do you know the NFL try to get everything so perfect?
That is correct.
They want cameras, they see everything. It's the Vegas. Everything's a replay. They have all that back then. So whatever the call was made, go on with it.
Yeah, they didn't have that back then. And like Frank, he got it.
So are you saying that you think the game is different now? Or are you saying that is the game tainted now because it has so much technology?
No way, it's not tainted, but it's very different because they try to get every call right, which means they put more cameras everywhere. So there's a lot of replays that came in. It wasn't all that back then. It was whatever the call was made.
They also have a head official in New York watching all the games, and they call him.
Yeah, they didn't do all that.
They didn't have all that.
Fellas, man, I appreciate it. Look, we got the Suns game just started. Suns and Thunder, we wish the Suns the best. We'll watch this game. Great Goose in the building, serving drinks all night. We here at Vee Quiva. Chris, appreciate it. Daphne, thank you. Casino, appreciate it. We Stats and Sidelines, fellas. We're going to take our first break. We'll be back in a minute. Let's watch this game. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Stats and Sidelines, we out.